with all this continued strangeness, the phrase, which is just 4 words, "this too shall pass," which is really useful and good to hear, particularly when when the times or what this is not favourable. But it also means everything else, even things that feel great, they're going to pass, be something new. And sometimes we can't dictate how fast that happens. And it made me think about the basic Buddhist principle of, what suffering is. Life is suffering, dukkha. But what suffering is due to is either clinging, so holding on to things, or pushing things away, or aversion, clinging or aversion. So we can find that space in between those where we notice that tendency to want to cling or to push things away, and notice it. That's the first level of any kind of practice, your awareness. So whether it's you're starting to do some breathing practice, just be aware of your breath. Whether you're doing mindfulness practice, be aware of your mind. It's the basic thing. It's not so easy, but that's where we start. So with that, we begin. This too shall pass. Yeah, we don't want this to pass too soon though. We want to enjoy ourselves. So we come to our seat. And we into the fingers, breathe in, and as we breathe out, push the hands up, really lift the chest. Instantly, that lift and that lengthening, that extension, back of the neck long, base of the spine is pointing down. We're getting longer in the body every in-breath. We're filling our ribs, filling our chest with air, enjoying that spaciousness. And as you breathe out, just pressing the hands up a little bit longer through the elbows. Trying to keep a bit of space between the shoulders and the ears at all times, which is not so easy in this position. More breath in. And breathing out, slowly lowering the arms down, pushing the hands, the heels of the palms out to the sides and lowering down the hands. Let the arms be relaxed. Breathe in and lift the shoulders. Hold for a second and out through the mouth. And again, breathing in, lift the shoulders up. Hold for a second and out through the mouth. Yeah, and again, one more time, breathing in. Out through the mouth. Place the hands on the knees or in the lap, wherever you feel comfortable. You can form a mudra, connecting the thumbs and first fingers if you like, that feeling of that kind of completing that electrical circuit of energy. Sitting tall, lifting from the chest, shoulders down. We're going to chant the mantra Om. We're going to only do it once right now, so make it long and loud. Let your sound out. In fact, let's just do this little kind of with the mouth and lips so that the mouth is a bit more open and relaxed. Let's do that one more time. And gets us used to breathing a bit deeper. One deep, long breath in and then chant the mantra Om out. Notice the impact of that. Then we're just going to sweep the right hand from the left shoulder to the right hip. 3 sweeps. 2. Just noticing that, feeling that, and then left hand on the right shoulder, 3 sweeps. Reconnecting, repatterning the energy. 1, 2, 3. Bring the hands to the heart center. Keep the shoulders down, heart lifted, elbows out to the sides. As you breathe in, you're going to open the chest, lift the chest, look up. Fingers back. As you breathe out, the arms are coming forward, coming back, returning to the heart center. You can even drop your gaze to the fingertips just to emphasize that opening. And that's the difference, the comparison between that kind of more inwards. We're going inwards, that wintry little feeling, and then the outwards, the expression. Breathing out, we're returning into the earth, into our bodies. Breathing in, expansive, heart opening, and breathing out, coming back. So we're getting these shoulders more open. We're also bringing our attention to the heart. And the heart has much more space for us to live. So when we're feeling constricted, when we're feeling overwhelmed, then just bring our attention, bring ourself, bring our awareness into the heart. And there's lots of space always. So we create more space and become aware of that spaciousness, breathing in and breathing out. Bring the hands to the heart center again. Let's rest the hands on the knees, breathing in. And as you breathe out, you're going to turn to the left, take the right hand onto the left knee, take the hand behind, breathing out fully, breathing into center. So we're going to move with this. I'm breathing out, taking the left hand onto the right knee, taking the hand behind. So taking it right to the edge of the out breath, no pushing or forcing. In breath, coming back to the front. Inhale, lifting the chest, out breath, twisting to the left, right hand going onto the right knee, left hand going behind, breathing into center. So don't go too far, just take your time. Find out where your edge is. Particularly when you're moving, twisting, keep the spine upright. Inhaling to front and breathing out. Let's have the legs outstretched now. Extend the legs out, nice and wide. You can sit on a cushion if that's better for you, but sitting up tall again, nice and long through the belly, hands on the knees, breathing in. Lift the chest, shoulders down, breathing out, leaning forward. So we're going to stir the porridge. So we're going to go round in a circle, breathing in as you lean back, breathing out as you bring the heart forwards. So you can think about this string lifting up from the crown of the head, keeping you upright, keeping the back upright. The back of the neck is in line with the spine, breathing out as you lean forwards. If you want a bit more dynamic, you can extend the arms as if you're holding that big spoon, stirring this big porridge pot in front of you, leaning back a little bit further on the out breath, on the in breath rather. It's in breath as you lean back, because you're making space for the air. And seeing if you can get that big spoon right to the edges of your porridge pot. We're really getting that lower back warmed up and also moving into the hips there. But try and always have a sense of that heart lifting as you're going around the whole time, back of the neck long. You'll feel the abdominals engaged the whole time, going around. Come back to center. We're going to go the other way. So you can either have the hand on the knees or have your big spoon. Breathing out as you lean forwards, going around the other way. So I'm going anti-clockwise, just whatever, as long as you're going the opposite way as the way you've just gone. Breathing out, leaning forwards, breathing in, coming back, taking that spoon right back. Yeah, enjoy that opening up of the back. Enjoy that warming of the lower back, the lumbar region. Yeah, it's good. Particularly if you've been sitting for a long time. Come back to center. Bend the knees, hug the knees. Let's come into a little cosmic egg. The cosmic egg. So we're sitting up tall, lifting with the legs towards the body, taking the hands around the front of the shins. Point the toes. You don't have the toes just rested on the ground if you're finding the balance difficult initially. We'll have the feet just off the ground. So great strengthening for the abdominals and engaging the back. And just also enjoying that sense of balance, being this little egg, this cosmic egg. Breathe. And then release. Hug the knees. Let the body just flop onto the knees. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Release the back of the neck. Come on to all fours. Okay, let's get these opposites going just to get the body a bit more active. Extending the left leg and reaching the right arm forwards, nice and long, really extend. And then breathing out, bringing the hand down, the knee down, looking down at the hands. Change hands, change knees. So we're doing opposites here. Try not to do the advanced version, which is both the same side. Might be difficult. I've seen it done, so it's breathing in, extending. Breathing out, coming down, changing your point of view, looking forwards as you inhale, bringing the eyes down to the hands as you exhale. Enjoying that switch, that shift of weights, moving from one knee, from one hand to the other. And it's like a little kind of cross-lateral movement as you do that. Repatterning the energy, and enjoying the extension and enjoying the movement of the body in coordination with the breath. Breathing out, looking down. And as you move for the last two, really think about the chest going forwards, that intention there, that extension of the spine. Breathing in one more time and lowering down. Sit back into the heels, extend the arms forwards, bring the forehead to the ground in the pose of the swan. Breathe in through the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. Expand the back ribs. Fill your lungs. See if you can experience those lungs. Make some sound as you sigh out. Express that. Release, relief. Just release. Feel free to release anything that's in the way. Anything that's gathered up during the day. And then we're going to keep the hands where they are, come up onto all fours, spread the fingers wide, engage the hands with the ground, tuck the toes under, breathing in, lift the knees off the ground, and coming into the downward dog. Let's get the legs warmed up. So first of all, in downward dog, really think about keeping that tummy tucked in. It's going like it's flying upwards and inwards. Then also think about the hands engaging with the ground. Looking back, you're pressing back through the hands, looking back towards the feet, head is coming towards the ground. We'll warm up the backs of the legs. So we want to focus on the lengthening of the spine first, and then start to think about opening up the backs of the thighs, the hamstrings. Also softening the elbows slightly so that you can open up between the shoulder blades. This is all helped when you lengthen through the waist. Just walking the dog, bending one knee, pushing the other heel down. You can make that quite pronounced. That'd be lovely for the hips, opening the hips slightly. Good. Now bringing the knees back down to the ground, sit back into the heels once more. We're going to return to that downward dog. Now we've prepared, got our body ready for downward dog. We're used to it. We found that shape. We're going to return, see how it feels a second time. So we come up onto all fours, tuck the toes under, lift the knees off the ground. Let's see how downward dog is now. Maybe those hamstrings are a bit more pliable, a bit more ready. So we can take a small step sideways to the left with the left foot, Plant that down, make it really solid, push back with the hand still, reaching up with the right leg, point the toe, and just rotate that right ankle a little bit, just to keep your interest. Keep extending, and then rotate in the other direction. Breathe all the time. Lower that leg down. Meet the other foot, so then we're going to take that right foot, it's going to land and extend up for the left. Rotating that left ankle, looking back towards the foot, and then rotating in the other way. Good. Lower that leg down. Come back down to the knees. We're going to do one more downward dog. Breathing in through the nostrils. Sighing out through the mouth. Release the backs of those shoulders, yeah. So let's try and come up again. Onto all fours. Spread those fingers wide. Feel the hands, the palms of the hands. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees off the ground. So we'll do a little hip opener. Again, great for people sitting a lot in an office. So we're going to, first of all, just take a side step with the right foot this time to the centre. Lift up the left leg, point the toe. Bend the left knee and let that leg hang over the right side of the body. So you're opening the chest to the ceiling on the left side. You're looking underneath the left armpit to the ceiling. Lovely hip opener. Just let the weight of the leg do the work. And breathe deeply. Pushing into the hands. Don't put too much pressure on the wrists. So take some weight into the hands and the fingers. That will take the pressure off the wrists. Now point the toe once more, bring that left foot down. You can have a break in between if you need to, otherwise lifting that right leg, pointing the toe, taking your gaze to look underneath the right armpit slightly, bend the right knee, and let that foot hang over to the left. So we're opening that right hip, the front of the hip. It's just getting that lovely opening. Breathe deeply. Breathe deeply. Good. Now point the toe once more. Bring that right foot down, and then we just walk the feet towards the hands, let ourselves hang, enjoy that release in the back. Just feel that lengthening in the waist, the ribs, really the weight of the upper body is just hanging. Breathe into the nostrils. Big sigh out through the mouth. Just turning the head, releasing the neck, and breathing with ease. Good. Take your attention to the base of the spine. Feel that lift.
That invisible thread is lifting you just there. The rest of the back is just hanging. But gradually it wakes up. Each little vertebrae, one after the other, wakes the next one up. We're creating space between each vertebrae until we're standing tall. Calm to standing. Yeah. Lift the shoulders up, breathing in, and sigh out for the mouth. Good little release there. So we're going to come up and down with the breath. We're going to just, with all this energy we've stirred up, we're going to just find that balance. So feet hips width apart, parallel. As you breathe in, you're going to lift the arms up and you're going to lift the heels off the ground. Bring the hands above the head, stretch up, bring the hands together. Turn the palms, bringing the hands down, bringing the heels down to the ground. So we'll try that again. Breathing in all the way up. We're just going to follow our breath. You might be in a different timing to me, that's absolutely fine. But really push up off the toes and slowly, with the hands going down to the earth, the heels slowly down to the earth. You might find at the beginning it's not very smooth and even, it might be a bit fast. But really think about extending on the inhale and just releasing on the exhale as you bring your heels slowly. Great strengthening and mobilizing of the feet, energizing of the feet here as well, which we need to focus on, particularly in the colder months, where often our extremities can get a little bit cold and a little bit less exposed. The feet don't get so exposed in the winter. Breathing in all the way up. So the balancing the polarities, balancing the energies, the inhale and the exhale, the yin and the yang, the masculine, the feminine, the darkness, the light, sun, the moon, all the millions of opposites that we can come up with. We are just holding all of that within this beautiful practice. Yeah, this is one I can recommend. If you want to start something every day, do this when you wake up, and your day will be loads better as a result. So it's a completely winning situation. It doesn't take much time. Bring the hands to the heart center for a second. Breathing in and breathing out. Going to get those shoulders open, get the whole of this chest area open with these arm circles. So take the left, step forward to the left, take the left hand to the left hip, and let's just hold the fingers with the thumb very lightly, like a soft hand there, and just let the arm swing. And both knees can be quite soft there, but let the arm swing heavily. So we're just letting it swing, get some momentum going, making sure that you can get the arm right around without crashing into anything. Best to do that first, and then we're going to go backwards first of all, a few times. Keep everything else soft, keep breathing. So we're not forcing anything, we're just using the weight of the arm to do the work, opening up that shoulder. Instant energy this one. And let the arm swing again. How does that feel so far? Get some momentum going. Let me go forwards with that arm. So not just the shoulder, this moves into the neck, the chest. Yes, such a great little practice. Loosening and opening and releasing. Notice how it feels both sides. Oh, everything feels different. The arm, the wrist, everything. Step forward onto the right foot, right hand on the right hip. Again, now swinging that left arm now, holding the fingers lightly there with the thumb. Knees are nice and bent, so it keeps everything soft. Get some momentum going. We'll go backwards first of all, a few times. Just let that arm swing around. Use the weight of the arm, just to gradually let that shoulder open up. It's also a good way of noticing how open or not your shoulder might be. And swinging the arm again. And we go forwards now with this arm. Yeah, breathe. Don't hold your breath when you're doing this. Let the arm swing. Notice how it feels now. Let's rotate the wrist a little bit. One way and then the other way. You can let the elbows join in a little bit if you like. Just freeing up, feeling the space with your arms around you. Okay, cross crawl. So we lift the left knee, meet it with the opposite hand. We'll do a little mini cross crawl. Get everything a bit more lively. Wake the body up. Get a bit more coordinated with the body and the mind. Then we extend the leg and meet it with the opposite hand. So it's all opposites. Cross-lateral motion. reconfiguring the energy flow, so getting out of some stagnant sort of patterns that happen, particularly when we're very still, and out to the sides. Taking the arm over the opposite arm, so left leg comes out to the side, that means the right arm is going over the head, and vice versa. So we're reaching, shoulders. Notice how open the shoulders feel now after those shoulder circles. Breathe all the time. Breathe, yeah. Enjoy that breath. Good, okay. And we'll just do some hip openers, hip circles as well, so lifting and opening one at a time, lifting up. Well, you could do both at the same time. I'd be very impressed, actually. I think that's a good yogic mission to do two hip openers at the same time. A levitation, lifting the knee and opening out to the side, noticing how that hip joint starts to become a little bit more fluid, hopefully a bit more fluid, a bit more warm, a bit more active, just a little bit of movement. Good. Now we'll just have a little bit of a half breath just to sweep out all the debris, all the kind of yucky stuff. So feet hips width apart or thereabouts, maybe shoulders actually okay. Breathing in, lifting the arms up, then out through the mouth. Bend the knees, let the arms swing a few times. Good. Let's do a couple more of these. Breathing in, strong inhale, let the arms swing. So shoulders get some freedom. Breathing in one more time. Good. Sweeping out. Let's come into some standing postures. So we're going to come to the front of the mat. We're going to come into a triangle. Triangle, then reverse triangle. So feet, check your feet, lift the toes, place them down. Lift the heels, place them down. Weight onto the left foot. Step back with the right for triangle. Find your hips, align with the long edge of the mat. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Extend, lift the chest. Keep that lift in the chest as you bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the palms, open the chest. Breathing out, reaching over to the left and down. Make contact with the leg here. You can press against it so the left shoulder comes forward and the right shoulder sits back. Extending the fingers up to the ceiling, turning the head. The neck is nice and long. It's not dropping. If you're not able to look up at that right hand, you can always look down at the ground or look directly in front. If that feels too strong with the arm elevated, you always have the choice of putting the arm behind the back. You can try that and see how it feels. It's great for opening the chest, actually, that. And you get to the feeling of where you want that chest to be by doing that. Good. Breathe. Soften the knees. Feel the feet. Breathe deeply. Use the inhale to come up. Soften it by bending that left knee. Lower the arms down. Good. Bend into the right knee. Step forward to the mat. Step back with the left foot now. Square the hips to the long edge of the mat. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Lift the chest. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the chest. Wide. Breathing out, reaching over to the right and down. Make contact with that leg. Press against it. Take the right shoulder forward, so the left shoulder's going back. A little twist there. You can always check out how it feels when you let that left arm sit behind the back there. Rest the hand just on the back of the hip there, just to let that chest open. Then you can always just return to that extended version. Just check you're not locking your knees. Soften them slightly. Notice the difference in the legs and the connection your feet have with the ground. Always having a sense of connection with the ground. Coming up on the inhale, lowering the arms on the exhale, bend into the left knee, bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Just notice how it feels. Where in the body are you feeling the impact? Definitely feel something going on in my lower back and the hips. So reverse triangle. Weight onto the left foot, step back with the right. Same distance, then point both feet forwards, feet parallel. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Lengthen, breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the chest. Breathing out, turn to your right. Breathe in, breathing out, left hand comes down to the outside of your right leg. Maybe the ankle if you can get there. Reaching up with the right hand. Again, the chest wants to see the ceiling. Slightly drop that right shoulder back away from the ear if you can. It's not so easy in this position. Keep the legs straight and strong, but not locked. Breathe. Just wants to see the ceiling. Keep opening the chest. Breathe into that space, in the heart space. Create more space. One more breath in. Now bring the right hand down to the right foot. Step that left hand over to the left foot. Take the fingers to the center. Come into that forward bend. Now inhaling, look up. Come up onto the fingertips. Take the chest forwards. Breathing out, forward bend. Now make sure the legs are strong. So trying to make sure you're not locking the knees. Take the hands to the waist or hips. Lift the gaze, lift the chest, so you're halfway up. You've got a straight back, elbows are lifted. Breathe in and out. Next in-breath, you can always take your hands to your lower back if you need that extra support. In-breath, coming up to standing, and release. Okay. Other side, breathing in, extend the arms up. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, extend. Breathing out, turning to the left. Breathe in here. Right arm goes down to the outside of the left leg. Reaching up with the left hand as low down that left leg as you can, but without compromising your position. It's stronger, this position here. This twist really creates that restriction in your breathing. So we try and create more space, and this helps to expand the body, expand the space we have. Energizing. One more breath in. As you breathe out, left hand comes down to the left foot, right hand onto the right foot. Bring the fingertips to the center. Breathing in, lift the eyes, lift the gaze, lift the chest. Inhaling, exhaling, forward bend. Good. So we're going to now bend the knees and let the body just hang. So we're in a wide leg ragdoll. Maybe have a little bit of a swing side to side, a slow swing, so you feel the weight going over to the right foot, weight going over to the left foot, just to ease out the lower back. Knees are bent, most importantly. Upper body is just totally relaxed, the neck is relaxed. Breathe in through the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. Again, take your attention to the base of the spine. See if you can identify each of those little vertebrae as they lift one after the other. Keep the knees bent, leave the arms hanging, leave the head hanging. Slowly uncurl. Enjoy how that feels. Yeah, standing up again feels good. I'm going to just keep this posture for a moment. Interlink the fingers behind the back. Again, more chest opening, more front of shoulder opening. You can never get enough of that. Breathing in, lift the chest. Take the shoulders back, look up. Soften the knees, make sure they're not locked. And breathing out, leaning forwards with a straight back, strong belly, strong buttocks, strong legs. Everything's working here. Forward bend again, but this time we're going to add this shoulder opener. As you're in the forward bend, let the arms hang. Feel the weight of the arms coming over. And rather than pressing, just see what happens when you just watch. Watch and breathe and allow. Much more interesting than pushing. Breathe in deeply, breathe out long and slow. Notice how the body responds to that out breath. It just starts to give you a tiny bit more space. Shoulders start opening naturally. Good. Bring the interlinked fingers to the center of the back, and we'll just make a circle with the hands in the middle of the back. Just watering those dry fields at the back, and then the other way. We're coming up to standing, slowly uncurling, still circling on the back. Just enjoy that connection with yourself. Yeah, okay. And then we'll bring the feet together slowly, or jump them together, and give the legs a little shake. So we're going to come into another standing posture now. Peaceful warrior. Lovely side opening here and coming into the hip there. So weight onto the left foot, take a big step back with the right. Nice big step, let it land there, really wide. Feet, hips align with the long edge of the mat. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Lift the chest, lengthen. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, expand the chest. Keep the shoulders down, neck long. Breathing out, bending into that left knee. So we're in the warrior. Don't forget, most important, push into that back foot. Breathing in here, making sure the knee is not collapsing inwards as well. And keep that knee bent. And as you breathe out, reaching back to the right, but keep that front knee bent and lowering that right arm to lean quite heavily. You can hold on to that. Maybe you're down onto the calf there slightly. Maybe you're a bit higher. That's okay. Hold on to the leg. That left arm is going high into the air and it's coming over the body. The palm is facing down. So you can see that arm just there. Keep the bend in the front knee. In fact, just make that a little bit deeper, just so you get a lovely spaciousness across the chest from the hip right to the shoulder, right to the tips of the fingers. Lovely open space. Breathe. Make that back leg really strong to support you. Breathe. Now use the next inhale to come back to warrior two. Lifting the arms, finding that posture, checking your knee, checking the weight between the feet. Good. Use the inhale to straighten up. Exhale, lower the arms down. Bend into the right knee a lot so that you can step forwards to the front of the mat. Just give the legs a little shake with the feet on the ground. Reset. Weight onto the right foot. Big step back with the left. Good. Land that foot. Strong. This area, this pelvic area, really try and keep that strong and harmonious. Abdominals, lower back, pointing down here. And you can also use your pelvic floor strength. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, expand the chest. Breathing out, looking down that right arm. You're bending into the right knee. It's going in line with your toes. Pushing back into that back foot. Breathe in here. Expand the chest. Breathing out, reaching back with the left and down. So you can hold onto that back leg. Reach up with the right. As you reach up with the right, you feel the body lifting up out of the hips. And reaching the hand. Palm is facing down over the body. Looking up at the ceiling on the inside of that right arm. If your neck is okay and your balance is okay. Keep the bend in the front knee. Keep the leg strong. Keep that back leg grounded firmly. Breathe. Use the inhale to come back to warrior two. Breathing out, sinking a little deeper. Inhale, straighten up. And then you can just bend into the left knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Give the legs a little shake. Feet stay on the ground. Okay. So we're going to come into a little squat here to just bring ourselves into an equilibrium with our spine. So coming down into the squat. Oh, yeah, it feels good for the hips. It's a great position. So we're just sitting, making sure the knees and toes are in line, letting the body hang between the knees. And just letting the hands rest on the ground, relaxing the back of the neck. Letting everything go. Letting it go into the ground. So another good thing about the squat is it really brings us close to the ground. It really is very grounding. And I would describe grounding as being, in the body, embodied, feeling a connection to this earth. When we feel connection to the earth, we also feel more of a harmonious sense rather than being a separate being, which is what yoga is about, the harmony, the unity. So we bring the hands together, these two poles together, and we push the elbows out and we lift the chest, sit nice and tall now, just to see if we can open the hips a bit more and also lengthen the spine. Good, opening the chest, taking the shoulders down and back. Good. Let me bring the hands to the ground, we come up into a ragdoll, because why not? Ragdoll feels so good. Let the body hang. Breathe in and out through the mouth. Every sigh feels so good. Then we lift. And we feel that energy traveling up from the base of the spine. A beautiful prana traveling up like light, like lightning traveling up through the spine, opening in the heart. Yeah, good feeling. So, yeah, we're coming to a dancer pose now. Yeah. Really good one for opening the front of the hip again, that combats that sitting, which is shortening this. This is what happens when we sit. We lengthen this side and this becomes shorter, so it becomes tight, so we're always having this feeling of wanting to open. Dance is great for that. So we put the weight onto the left foot, take hold of the right foot. You can steady yourself, holding onto a piece of furniture if you want to. Stand really tall, so feel that lift coming from the chest. pushing the foot into the ground, lengthening. Breathe in, lift the left arm. And as you breathe out, you're going to lean the body forward, take the arm forward in the same way. So you've got this lovely line from the knee to the fingers. And you can also form this mudra, connecting the thumb and the first finger there, and extending the fingers out. This just really helps to focus and bring a good attitude to the posture. Kicking that toe up to the ceiling, opening the chest, opening the front of that hip beautifully. Breathe deeply. Breathe. Use the inhale. See if you can stay in the posture as you inhale to stand up again. Lift the arm. Lower the arm on the exhale. And then finally lower that right leg down slowly. Give the legs a little shake. Now we're going to stand on the right. Bend the left knee. Inside or outside grip. Inside has the thumb going backwards. Outside has the thumb going forwards. Breathing in, lift the arm up, the right arm. Breathing out, take the arm and the body forwards. Connecting the thumb and the first finger, extending the other fingers out. So taking this forwards, looking to that direction, kicking that left toe up to the ceiling, opening the chest, opening the front of the left shoulder, opening the heart. Powerful, the dancer. Good. Coming up on the inhale, lifting the arm, lowering the arm on the exhale. And lowering that left leg. And just giving those legs a little shake again. Let the whole body have a little bit of a shimmy there. And breathe. Okay. So we stand for a moment in Tadasana. So we're just going to exaggerate this slightly. I'll just show you the side view. Feet or hips width apart, parallel. If anything, I would say try and parallel the outside edge of the foot. That might feel a bit strange to start with. So then, knees soft. Notice how that affects the thighs. Imagine your knees are lifting up. Your thighs are engaged. To help that along, you point the tailbone down, so that pelvic tilt. You see this tilt here? Strong belly, holding everything in place here. Lift the chest away from here, so you get a lovely long front. And as the chest lifts, the shoulders sink back, so you open up this front of the shoulder. Fingers are extending slightly towards the ground. You can exaggerate that to start with, just to get that sense of power, pushing the feet into the ground, softening the knees all the time. Back of the neck is long, so the chin tucks in slightly, and the back of the neck just lifts. Just feel that extra lift, elevation in the body. So you feel yourself growing taller. You feel your feet are sinking deeper. We're expanding. Close the eyes briefly. We're in Tadasana. You can soften it slightly, not so exaggerated. But you're still having that intention, expanding. And the breath is just coming in and out through the nostrils now, nice and easy, just watching that. So the effort is in your attention and your awareness. And feeling the feet, just taking your attention around your body, feeling how everything feels, how it's being moved by the breath, noticing all the little subtle shifts of weight moving in the feet and the toes, feeling the air around you, really fine-tuning that awareness in this moment. Good, so that's good centering from the Tadasana, from the mountain. We're going to come into a half sun salute, little sequence. So just check your feet, just feel your feet. Let's just take a little bit longer, feeling the feet, lifting the toes, placing them down, lifting the heels high, placing them down. Let's try that again, lifting the toes, really lift the toes high. It's great exercise for the feet, putting the toes down, lifting the heels high. Good. Now you can feel the feet a little bit. Soften the knees. Bring the hands to the heart center, lift the chest towards the hands. Breathe in, breathe out, let the hands drop. Breathing in, open up. Bring the hands together above the head, look up. Bend the knees slightly, the fingertips are coming down to the ground. looking down at the fingertips, then looking forwards. The chest comes forwards, the hands come just below the knees, chest goes forwards, breathing out, forward bend. Flatten the hands, bend the knees a lot. Now, breathing in. Lift the eyes and the hands to the heavens, and breathing out, arms come down. We're going to go a bit faster, breathing in all the way up. Breathing out, bend the knees, fingertips touch the floor. Breathing in, straighten up the arms, legs, back, look forwards. Breathing out, forward bend, straight legs, bend the knees, push up through the feet. Inhaling, exhaling, arms come down. So if nothing else, stay with that breath. Inhaling all the way up, exhaling, fingers to the ground. Breathing in, lengthen the back, arms and legs, look forward. Breathing out, forward bend with straight legs, bend the knees now. Breathing in all the way up, look up. Breathing out, arms come down. Inhaling, reach up with the arms, look up. Breathing out, the gaze is coming forwards and then down to the ground as you breathe out. Straighten the legs, straighten the arms and the back, breathe in. Exhaling with straight legs, forward bend, look at the ground. Now bend the knees, breathing in, look up. Breathing out, arms come down. Breathing in all the way up. Look up, stretch up, breathing out. Notice how the energy is moving in your body, breathing in, breathing out. Bend the knees, push up through the feet. Notice where your attention is as you move, as you breathe. Breathing in all the way up. Arms together, breathing out. The chest is leading, the face is leading, fingertips. Now straighten up, look forwards. The heart's coming forwards as you inhale. Exhaling, forward bend, the heart's coming to the ground. Bend the knees, push up, look up, reach up. Breathing out, arms come down. Let's do one more of these. Breathing in all the way up. Yeah, enjoy your self-expression through your breath. Inhaling, exhaling. Bend the knees a lot, breathing in all the way up. Breathing out, arms come down. Bring the hands to the heart center. Just let them settle there. Breathing in and breathing out. Little gratitude prayer now. Just do a few rounds of this. So just checking your feet again. Feel your connection with the earth. Feel that sense of groundedness. I am on this earth. I am supported. Breathe in. And we are connected. Breathing out, looking down as the hands point down. Both fingers pointing down. Then we open up and we watch the hands as they come up. We lift the gaze. And so our gaze is there waiting when the hands come together. A beautiful moment of connection. And then we're bringing that connected feeling into the heart center. Beautiful. So all we're doing is focusing on that and keeping that movement smooth and in time with the breath. And just notice how it feels to open the hands, to open this vulnerable part, this inside of the arm. And we scoop that all up. We bring that together. We feel that connected, cohesive, contained, calming into that heart space and breathing out. These beautiful circles moving away from each other and coming together, This beautiful central line that's moving down. And we bring to mind gratitude. What do I feel grateful for today, in this moment, in my life? In amongst all the gristle, there are some diamonds. What are those? Pieces of gold, those diamonds, those beautiful flowers growing in the mud. The lotus. No mud, no lotus, as they say. Just noticing those beautiful things that we make our hearts sing with joy. What brings you joy? What fills your heart with gratitude? Just bring them into your consciousness now. Maybe you can name them, maybe you want to say it out loud, maybe you're feeling or imagining or visualizing those things. And along with those images and words, what is the feeling? Really see if you can dig deep and find that feeling in your body. Where is it and what does it feel like? Yeah, whoa, yeah. And then just feel it some more as your hands come to the heart center. Let them rest there. Close the eyes. Wherever you located that feeling in your body, just fan that energy by just bringing your attention and your focus to it. And really noticing, how does that feel? What is that texture and quality of that feeling and sensation? Give it some time. Is it warm, fizzy? Is it fiery? Is it buzzy, electrical. What is that feeling? And just let the hands drop down. Get that feeling in your body. We're going to come to the ground. We're going to come in the forward bend. So first of all, you can either hold your back or breathe in with the arms up. As you breathe out, coming into a forward bend, strong belly with this forward bend, whether you're holding your back or having your arms extended. We've already had this forward bend, but we're just going to take a bit longer in it. So first of all, the fingertips are on the ground, just by the toes. Inhale and take the chest forward, look up. So straighten the back. And then we're going to bring that straight back and relax it forwards. So the chest is leading that movement. You might want to just take that again, just to lengthen the spine a bit more, breathing in and breathing out. The chest is coming forwards towards the ground, and then the tail is pointing up, is reaching up. So we've got this dynamic between these 2 points. 2 points of energy moving away from each other, in effect causing space, creating space between them. Breathe. Good. Come up on the fingertips one more time. Good. And just bring the bottom to the ground. Stretch the legs out in front. Bounce the knees up and down a little bit. Okay, let's open the hips and the back a little bit more by bending that right knee, drawing it up towards you, letting the knee fall out to the side. Make sure you support it if it's kind of quite high. Otherwise, you're going to feel very cramped. You can always sit on a cushion as well. Let the foot be on the inside, resting on the inside of the thigh, left toes pointing to the sky, right hand on the outside of that knee, left hand right behind you, forearm connected to your back. Breathe in, look forwards towards the toe first of all. Then on the out breath, we're twisting around to the left. You've got that right hand on the left outside of the knee to hold on to. Keep the shoulders down, away from the ears. Keep the back of the neck long. The more you lengthen, the more you'll feel your abdominals have to work. And they're working in a really great way because they are being lengthened and moved into a position where there's certain parts of those abdominals that don't normally get used so much. So they're getting strengthened and lengthened and more powerful. Inhale one more time, untwist to the front. Breathing in, look up, lift the arms up, lengthen, then take the arms forwards. Take the body forwards. If you have a strap or a sock or a belt or something, a piece of fabric, scarf even, you can hook that round your foot if you like that feeling. If you find it difficult to get hold of your foot without this, we don't really want that because immediately my shoulders are hunched and my back is rounded and I want it to be long. So better to come back a little bit. Breathe in, lengthen, lift the chest, and then take that chest forwards. So we're really feeling that sense of lengthening, of releasing, looking towards the toes. There's always a good little direction, little tip is if you look at the toes, you're less likely to slump. Looking with your eyes at the toes, taking the chest towards the toes, and taking the body forwards gradually. Allowing the body just to move towards the foot. One more breath in. One more breath out. Let's walk the hands up the leg. Lift that right knee. Lift the left knee. Hug the knees. Let the body drop forwards and round the back. Just to counter pose. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Good. Extend the right leg out. And draw that left leg towards you before letting that knee fall out. And the foot is going on the inside of the thigh. Right toes pointing up. You can support that knee if it's very high. Right hand behind you, left hand on the outside of that knee. So breathing in, lift the chest, shoulders down. Breathing out, you're twisting the body around to the right, making sure that the right arm is close to your body rather than leaning back. You're going to give yourself some support there. And you're turning and taking that right shoulder back. You're twisting right from the base of the spine. And as always, it's lengthening, lifting the chest. You feel those abdominals strong. Feel the back is strong. Go with your breath.
Try not to force or push. One more breath in. And untwist to the front. So the seated forward bend on this side now. Breathing in, extend the arms up. Look at the hands, take the chest forwards, take the body forwards as it's coming forwards. Let the body fall forwards, now come away a little bit, breathing in and breathing out, taking the body forwards a bit deeper. Again, you can use your strap or hold on to the foot or the leg or putting the hands on the ground, whichever feels better. All the time thinking about your chest coming towards those toes. Don't overdo it because you could cause, when we push and force and then we have a little twinge, we pull something, we have an injury, and then we can't practice. So and then we miss out on all the interesting stuff that's in the process of moving and breathing and freeing up and creating space. Yeah. Now just walk the hands back up the leg. Lift that left knee. Bring the knees high. Hold and hug the knees. Let the face fall to the knees. Yeah, hug the knees. Open the space between the shoulder blades. Breathe into that space in the upper back, the middle of the back. And release. Let's find our cosmic egg again. So we take the shoulders back, we lift the chest, we straighten the back, we strengthen the abdominals, and then we just lean back slightly. Not too much. We want to have that chest lifted. So we have this lovely balancing point. Toes either just touching the floor or coming off the floor. Lifting the knees towards the body, lifting the body towards the knees. Cosmic egg. Feeling ourselves this lovely golden egg, this tiny little egg. It's beautiful, contained little being. An egg, a beautiful symbol as well for potential and growth, rebirth. And let's let the legs come down. Stretch the legs out. Bounce the knees up and down. And some release there, some relief. We're going to just come into a seated position. And we're going to come into some breathing. Nadi Shodhana, with the idea of balancing the energies. Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing, or sometimes called channel cleansing. It's a cleansing pranayama. And there's different versions. I'm going to give you the standard version of Nadi Shodhana. So you can sit cross-legged and you can form a mudra. We're going to use the right hand to close the nostrils either side. And the left hand, we form that mudra again, Jnana mudra, and it's connecting the thumb and first finger. You can either rest that on your knee, either way. It's just a nice thing to complete that energetic circuit. Sitting nice and tall, and then we making sure the back of the neck is nice and long. So try and make sure you can maintain that uprightness as well. So bringing the right thumb to the right nostril, and that's where we always start from this position. So we always breathe in through the left nostril. The first two fingers just rest on the forehead, either in the third eye. It can be curled up if it's more comfortable. So we begin, and it's always even breath, so we'll count the breath. I like to maybe a 4 is quite good, or 5. And also the breath is soft. So it's that inhale through the left nostril for 4, close it with that ring finger, breathe out through the right nostril for 4. We then breathe in through that right nostril, then close it and breathe out through the left nostril for 4. So you'll notice that every time you've just breathed into a nostril, that's when you hold it, and then you breathe out through the other one. So it's kind of moving like this, back and forth. So we'll do about 5 rounds of this, and then when you've done 5 rounds, that was 1 round, just keep your eyes closed. Make sure the eyes closed so you keep that inward focus. Let your hands rest and notice how that feels. And this is also a very calming and tranquilizing breath. So we'll just try this for a few breaths. I'll just talk you through. Again, thumb on the right nostril. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Close the left nostril. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4 through the right nostril. Breathe in, 2,
3, 4 to the right nostril. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4 through the left. We follow that same breath. We breathe in through that left again. So making this the last round, the last thing you'll do is breathe out through the left nostril. Keep your eyes closed when that happens, and just lower your hand down to your lap. And just breathe normally through both nostrils for a few breaths. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. Breathing in and out. Once you feel you're settled, just notice first of all as well, how does that feel? How did that impact? It's a very simple breath you can use anytime. Very useful for calming, good for balancing the energies as well and cleansing those energies. So the subtle energies of the body, we talk about prana, the subtle energy. In yoga we call that prana. So we'll move now. We'll just have a brief fly down, a brief relaxation. So find a nice position to relax in, whether that's lying on the ground with your semi-supine with the knees lifted, or you can have your legs up on some furniture or against a wall if you have a wall free. You can rest your legs up against, or just lying in Shavasana, legs out to the side, arms away from the body. You might need to put some warm things on as well. We'll just take a minute just to close our practice. Just let yourself settle on the ground. Breathe in through the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. Enjoy the whole body lying on the ground. How good that feels. Yeah, just take a few releasing breaths in through the nostrils, out through the mouth. Just notice how the nostrils feel. Those passages. Obviously there's the physicality of that, but also that more subtle sides of our brain and the way we operate are affected and impacted by Nadi Shodhana. And the softening of the whole being. Eyes are closed, focus is inwards, feeling the whole of the back on the ground, feeling the support of the ground, feeling the nourishment and nurture that is offered by this earth all the time. Even when we are feeling unsupported, we're feeling empty, unnourished, spent, finished, and just lie down on the ground and receive, be open to receiving the wisdom of the earth, the love of the earth. Just relaxing into that sense of being loved, held, supported by this earth. The breath is soft and easy, simple breath, easy breath. So the sound of the bell marks the end of our practice. And just notice how you feel, the impact of your efforts. Maybe even thanking yourself for making the effort to practice. Yeah. Be grateful to yourself. And just give yourself a little stretch and a move on the ground. Wake the body up a little bit. Deepen your breath. Come back to the day as much as you need to. You can keep those soft edges if you don't have if you're kind of winding into your evening in a soft way. And just gradually and slowly bring yourself back up to seated, gradually in an easy way. Find an easy way. What's a nice easy way? And then when you're seated, let's just rub the body a little bit. Look at the body as we're inside those arms. How that feels, different parts of the body, how they feel. Showering ourselves with touch, with energy, feeling how that feels. And giving ourselves some attention. Rub the palms together vigorously to create heat and to focus our energy between the palms of the hands. And place the palms of the hands over the heart center. Close the eyes. Take that focus right inwards to the center of your heart. Become aware of that space. How does that feel to be there for a moment? And in this space, we bring to mind, plant the seed of our sankalpa, our intention. So your intention. Maybe there's something new for this week, or maybe it's something ongoing. So say that to yourself. Take it deep into the heart. And say it a few times. And relax.